we are doing something slightly different today. So although you pitch as usual, we are going to have someone review your decks. So he's still on his way and he should be here in a few minutes. But for now, you just pitch, and then when he comes, you go by your decks, just your decks. So usually you pitch, and then the audience gives you feedback or asking questions. So we'll be starting today. We have 2 people pitching. Temidayo, Oloyede, right? He's pitching Fitcon, and we also have Adeola, Adeleke pitching Pharmili. So we'll be starting with Temidayo now, and after that you get questions. So yeah, come up.
Alright, so my name is Temidayo. I'll be pitching Fitcon. So Fitcon is basically a one-stop platform that connects people to their health and fitness needs. Our goal over the next 5 years is to connect Africans to improve the quality of life of about 200,000 Africans through fitness. Next slide, please. So I'm using data. Okay, before I move into using data, last year, that's 2021, between January to June, I lost 2 friends, and these are a very true story. I lost 2 friends, and these are young people promising careers ahead of them. One is a and the other one is a. And when I asked, it was as a. And for me, I begin to think about how much more that young people with promising careers ahead of them who would have lost their lives as a result of. So I made research and I saw CVD. This represents about 32% of 85% of heart-related issues. Now, so I also discovered in the research it's regularly, and so looking at culture. We don't have a really. This even makes it hard for us to be able to even avoid or cure these heart-related issues. So rather than taking the curative measures, it's important for us to take preventive measures by keeping fit regularly. So basically, connect Africans to all their fitness needs like gym centers, trainers, fitness equipment, events, diet tips. Secondly, to help them organize their health information in a simple and centralized. Thirdly, to help people have fitness. The feature of the platform. I'll go back to the features. So, and also motivation with the use of a monthly report card. So for example, if you set your fitness goal to you want to work on apps, the app recommends fitness programs you're meant to do, and every month to give you a So next slide. So the user journey is to basically sign up customers, vendors, and trainers on the platform. And then secondly, we enable those customers to be able to find their fitness needs like trainers, fitness vendors, equipment on the platform. And lastly, to facilitate purchase of the platform. Next slide, please. So now, in details. So if enables you to be able to find a fitness trainer around you, and it now enables the fitness trainer to be able to manage multiple clients and schedule appointments. Secondly, a social network of fitness trainers for fitness enthusiasts, where you find gym centers, gym partners around you. So, for example, if you're in Bagada, just going to the platform and you search the radius of finding people should be around 10 kilometers. So you can see people around you who are fitness enthusiasts, and you just keep swiping. If you see somebody you're interested in, you want to connect to this person as a fitness partner. That way, you're able to connect to that person. Because we have also seen that people having fitness partners help them to even get more committed to their fitness goals. So thirdly is the platform that helps people to find fitness trainers. So for example, there's no platform in Nigeria that helps people to be able to find all their fitness needs in one platform. So for example, you want to buy supplements, you want to buy sneakers, you want to buy tops, you want to buy different things that they have to keep fit. There's no platform for people. So I set the fitness goals and measure your fitness goals, and also get workout reminder. Then the heart and blood pressure check. This is going to be much more later because it's not for MVP. So the last feature will be a personal if find your important in the platform. Next slide. So, and for us, the opportunity in this market is because first, there's an increasing usage of virtual fitness apps. COVID-19 changed the dynamics of everything across almost every industry, and fitness was not left out. So, the market is expected to go at a compounded annual about 21%. Thirdly, there's a growing awareness for fitness and health. To keep fit, started going to the gym and all of that. Next slide, please. So, target markets basically divided into customers, fitness enthusiasts, fitness trainers, hospitals, vendors, and companies. The marketing approach for us is we're going to be using referrals, SEO, paid adverts, content marketing, email marketing, social media marketing, influencer marketing, offline marketing, and of course, we'll be making so much use of strategic partnerships like government agencies, hospitals, fitness and gym centers, and companies, basically. So now, just to explain in detail about it. So, for example, a hospital that wants to be able to help people to track their important health data, like maybe the number of steps you took every day and all of that. They don't want to invest in building an app for that. We can just basically give them an API that connects them that helps them to get that information from the customers. For example, so a patient came to the hospital today and you have discharged this patient and you need that patient to be track some important patients. So that platform does that for you. So for example, companies where like iFitness, a gym center that is fast growing and they are somehow taking because they use payment cashless policy basically. So they have an app and all of that, so you can sign up. You can once you log in on the app, you can use any fitness center around you. So, but basically, as you log on the app, basically you can connect to that in their gym and really schedule appointment with a fitness trainer. Once you're as a fitness for appointment, you cannot really manage and schedule with your fitness with your clients basically. So that apps basically what we're going to be doing is create an API for that so you can sell that want to be tech inclined basically. Next slide please. So these are global competitors and our local competitors. By December, we are working to be the largest database of fitness and gym centers in Lagos. We are also going to be the only platform that connects our fitness professionals to their customers or clients in Nigeria. I'm a fitness trainer. I want to be able to reach more. If you go to Instagram now, you see people every day waking up to see fitness trainers and fitness professionals, and it's a rewarding career or profession as time goes. But there's no platform that helps connect to clients. So we are going to be the platform that trainers and fitness professionals connect to clients online. Then also, the only e-commerce platform fitness products and none of our competitors have all of these features in one app. Next slide, please. So this is just some product design. The home page can be able to track your fitness goals, stay informed and keep fit. You can get food diet, food tips, and all of those things. Create an account, sign up. Next slide, please. So yeah, you can, like I said, you can find to explain user this. Ade is a Nigerian diaspora who has been in diaspora for over 10 years, and he came to Nigeria. He's about 30 years old. He came to Nigeria and he came for an expatriate job in the company, and he's coming to spend about 3 months. And he decided to stay in a short-stay apartment because he doesn't like hotels, and he felt like apartment. Coming from US, he's someone that likes to keep fit, and for him it was difficult for him to find gym centers around him. So he just went to Fitcon, and he just searched for gym centers around which finder. It's what search, saw different centers, saw their pictures, saw their quality of equipment. So when he decided on the fitness to go to, he now needed to buy gym sneakers, shorts, tops, and all of those things. Even to buy supplements. He went on Fitcon also because Fitcon is a one-stop platform to get all of his fitness services. He was able. So after buying, he went to the gym. After he felt like he was already getting tired of going to the gym, and he needed an accountability partner. He needed a partner, and he went to the platform. So he stays in Bagada, and say he stays at maybe at Tanasha environment around Bagada, and he saw someone that just connected to that person. So like I said, yeah. So this explains. So he wanted a fitness trainer also, and he felt like he can't also find a fitness trainer. He has to. So he went to the platform to saw different fitness trainers, and he found the one that was most appealing to him, and he was able to connect with that person and get to achieve his fitness goal. So basically, on Fitcon, you don't have any excuse not to keep fit because you can find fitness services and products around you on that platform. Next slide, please. So this is technology involved. Next slide, please. So major business models. The first business model is to charge 5% commission on every purchase you make on the platform. So you're going to be charging the fitness vendors. So person that sells sneakers, person that sells fitness supplements and all of those things, charge 5% on every of their order they get. Second business model is 5,000 on fitness trainers because we really can't monitor the end-to-end process. So for example, you find a fitness trainer, you might not pay immediately. So charge commission. Out of the app. Person, the ideal thing for us to do is just trainers a subscription fee every month. If you want to find customers on the platform, pay 2,000 every month. And so this is going to be on our MVP. So, but it's also going to be a feature we are going to be using also because with the app you can check your instant heart rate check and you can check your blood pressure, which is also going to be per month or per quarter, basically. Next slide, please. So this is our 5-year financial projection. Like I said, the idea and the goal for us over the next years is to impact or improve the quality of 1,000 applicants in the next 5 years. So in the first year, we are the goal is to have about 1,000 sign-ups. Second year, 2,500 sign-ups. Third year, 8,000 sign-ups. Fourth year, for 2,000 sign-ups, and the fifth year, about 200,000. Next slide, please. So basically, we are currently asking for 1 million naira to build our product, which is the website for our MVP. And so the use of fund is going to be to develop the product, running costs, and basic marketing costs, basically. And so for us, projected results in the next 12 months is to have 1,000 sign-ups, 500 active users, and to have 250 plus vendors in Lagos. So for our MVP also, we are going to be using Lagos as a testing base for our MVP also. Next slide. So the team, my name is Patricia, and this is my co-founder. He's a design lead. He has experience in working product design with different companies. And this is Mary Akin, working at the financial projection, financial analysis, and all of those things. So it will be very difficult for us to get a technical partner, and we just got some working on our MVP. Thank you, and I hope that give us a big chance to improve the quality of life and healthy living in Africa. Thank you.
So, this is the point where you ask a question. You make we go ahead. Get on. Okay, so we have Ayobamigbe Teriba. He's venture success analyst at Africa, and he's doing taking a session on your startup ready for VC investment. We'll be starting shortly, but we are going to. Okay, let's do 3 questions. So, who's going first? Me? Yeah.
In my background, I started as a doctor, so I get to point to things. I just want to ask one question. How do you plan to acquire users?
Acquire users. Like I said, strategic partnership and digital marketing. The partnership with iFitness, which is one of the best gym chain in Nigeria at the moment. And we have a partnership with them that says, oh, every of their users now comes to use our platform for their services. That already gives a base of users. So gym centers, hospitals can begin to recommend our platform to their users that they can keep fit so as to avoid health issues. Like I said, digital marketing, referrals, digital marketing, content marketing, social media ads, creating content also on social media. That way, we can be able to achieve 1,000 users, 1,000 sign-ups in 1 year.
Thank you. I think HMOs have a role to play as aggregation partners. Because if you go to companies, HMOs have also started adding to their usual plan. So I think they might be an application.
We'll take a question and then we'll take your question as the third.
The question is, looking at the existing now there are which model have you seen and in which market that specifically doing something similar?
See, like I said, analyzing costs. I didn't see any platform. I only saw people that different things. So people are doing fitness trainer finder, people are doing e-commerce, people are doing like just different things that brings up what we want to do. So I didn't see anybody doing everything on the platform.
Have you ever thought to share? Okay, before you talk to you, 50 seconds. So the next question, please.
Okay. I like the fact that you said you do partnerships with some of the gyms. But my question is, like you mentioned, some of the gyms already have their own platform that they're running, and you said they like to like own customers. Okay, you have your own existing platform, but no, over to buy. Then also buttressed on the fitness trainers. My question. The agreements that you plan to have with the companies that are working with already, but do you plan to go to them or how do you plan to?
Thank you for the question. So the first one, so for fitness centers that we can, for example, it's very difficult for us to commit. So what we can do is API to them for their fitness trainers to manage their clients. Because they have an app that is working, but the app cannot manage their clients. You can also buy fitness products and services. Do I saw something like that, but I don't think it's working. So I don't know why they are not using it yet. So it can be that they don't have the API already. So we can sell API to them that they can be able to use. On the front and back end serving them. That's for your question about centers. So fitness trainers. So some of the fitness trainers, before they work for the company, they still do their side also. So the idea we're not bringing them as their company per se, we are bringing them as individuals who are fitness professionals. To come on the platform, sign up on the platform, find clients on the platform, and be able to train the clients. We don't have to go and serve the client.
And you feel it's so conflict their primary side, like the app, because it could conflict with where they already have implemented.
So I think that responsibility is on the trainer. So our one is just to help them find more customers. So they are the ones.
I guess my question is, how do you feel? Because I've been to some gyms and I don't know what to do. How do you plan to do that? Because I just say anybody can come on the platform and say, I run a gym.
So the plan is to the plan is to have like basic measures or basic how do I put it, ceiling, or so for example, before you can be a gym that will sign up on the platform, you have to have different equipment on your platform and all of that. We're also going to inspect your gym to see was like the experience and all of that. This very quality of the equipment, experience of customers are going to check that, set the gym. So for example, gym that wants to sign up, you your application, send your pictures and your videos of the platform, all of that. Because those are basically Lagos at the testing ground. So on our first year, well, we're going to be going to the idea is also to, first of all, you send videos of your workout, because not every trainers don't have their own workouts. Then we become a trainer professional that can be able to see if this person is qualified to be a trainer or not, or if the person has certification and all of that. That would be the person can just create that.
Alright, thank you. So, no more questions, we are running out of time. Everyone will be coming up now to your presentation.
So, it's a bit weird because typically I used to be on this side and now I have to be on this side. It's not like a pitch session, it's more like me like bringing my mind out and it's like, okay, and it's like, yeah, these are the things running my mind that make me across and but we try not to complain, okay, because everybody's always complaining, like, easy guys and so on. So yeah, thank you so much for taking your time and also coming out. We appreciate it. Not everybody here. Please, by show of hands, I run a business. I run okay, cool. Yeah, so I would typically say the word that entrepreneurs are my superheroes because it takes God and it takes a whole form of tenacity to always try to and through services and whatnot. Also trying to buy time because I'm hoping my slides will also come so I can be as fancy as that. Coming. Okay, cool. I have a 17-page slides. I think his was a bit longer. 15. Wow. I was going to grab like 9 to be shorter. So just waiting for that. But not take your time so much. I'm really just going to talk about like a couple of things, valuation, trends, and exactly the scope of like the whole venture journey when you see venture capitalist and trying to like, am I just giving money or not? What is in the capitalist market? Times for everybody. But their money in the short period of time because there are multiple tools for you to pay your money. And VC, I once said the joke, just go and start doing VC. Because you throw your money and you're looking for 1 or 2 people to return the money, and you'll be lucky none of them. And because by just sheer agreement, you cannot take it to court to do this, except for fraud. So yeah, just waiting for the slide. Run you through stuff. Should I just go?
Can you start with
So basically, like I mentioned, I'm a venture capitalist. Exactly what you through these models. I used to be at Impressive, where we used to use the LP-based model, which means it's called a 220. We would raise funds. We would raise $1 million or $10 million, and then we would take 2% of the $10 million to run the business. That $1 million, companies that probably would IPO or we would sell, or the founders would sell, and then make times 5, times 6 the money. And the 20% is that we will take 20% returns, which is we sell a business, before the business we sell, it's total to 60 million. We take 60 million. So it's like delayed gratification. So it will be happy now. Be happy now. It will just be happy. And if the venture capitalist works, you take 20% of the bigger cake. And then there's a corporate model, which is where I work now, where very institutions are trying to also understand our startup into a kind of venture fund. And what the venture fund does, it kind of also runs with that and invest. But a lot of times, that corporates will treat you like a corporate and give you money, which means people will get cost to run the business and whatnot. So those are two different kinds of venture models. But a lot of we see is that they engage businesses. They have venture studio, we also have VC funds, and then we also have scale-up funds. So venture studios, you have an idea, you're trying to again get the idea to work. Okay, it's just me and me and the guy. Take to a couple of guys that are engineers that you can work with, and you pitch them there, they're like, okay, no problem. We will take 15% to provide you with 50K or 100K and every other essential tools you need to give the business so you can attract venture capitalists. Or you go and pitch your friend, and you call it fools round, you pitch your friend, guy, I have an idea, I need to work, give me 50K, give 50K, I make 60K. Hopefully you build something and make somebody bigger than 50K money. So for like the conversation today, we are just going to talk about like 3 things that we look out for as VCs. First of all, you should do a due diligence. You should also understand how much your business is worth, and also when you're about to go meet people for money, always have a strategy. Don't just live like. Well, I mean, it's a strategy too. Don't say everybody's a strategy, but understand that in this room, only 3 people understand what I'm trying to do is also a strategy. Because by the time you talk to everybody, the people you want to talk to might actually have like zoned out of this whole room, and they actually just waiting for the time to leave. Or you could talk to the 3 people, and these are things that you need to give you money, while everybody else just maybe filling the room, or more of a population. So strategy, valuation, and research. A lot of times, what we've seen when you talk to entrepreneurs is that mostly tech-enabled business. We see that when people are talking, most times don't understand the scope or how big this can get. If you're not talking about how big this can get, you don't understand your own plan, which is like, okay, I'm in this room now, and I want to live here by having 5 people take my number. I have to first everybody here again is trying to get something out of this conversation. Then my show of hands and maximum are the opinions, yes, so I know like at a particular time if my talk is too much, about 8% of the room is going to sleep because I probably don't need this conversation. But 20 people will fight to stay awake because if they are trying to see like at what point I'm doing, and it's like I'm like, that is my guy. So okay, cool. No. Thanks, guys. Comment. Yes. Slide 2. Thank you. So please, you'd oblige me. When we go to different places to talk, the people that nobody really appreciates are the tech guys. Please give me a round of applause. So this is the first one I said. The business plan does not just include like total accessible markets and important financials, which means that a lot of time you're coming to the room and guys is like, okay, I love everything you're saying. This is sexy. I'm going to get it. But the truth is, and then there is equity, but there is debt. Why a lot of banks don't give you money is give tech-based because for 17 years since Amazon has been running, Amazon is a profitable business. Once you give you money and be sure in 4 years you can pay back their money with interest. So if you go to a bank and tell them you want to build a super app that's not solve everybody's problem, the bank say amazing, but in 3 years would you start making money so you can give me my money, or will you just run after a lot of people and be trying to like solve people's problems? VC, that's number 1. So you want to know how big this can be. You want to know if you what you are talking about is money. Second, the deck is amazing. So there's call, action to action, or like team execution strategy, which is like it's amazing, it's solving the problem. This time you don't do it. People need this. But at the end is like after this, what are you going to do tomorrow? If it's not there, it's not as enticing as okay. As he mentioned, we have a 1-year plan, a 2-year plan, a 4-year plan. What I expect is like again when I engage him and say like, okay my guy, I like this thing you're doing. your 1 year plan, so tomorrow, which one are you doing? Are you trying to are you still trying to talk to people for money? Or do you have a guy that can be working in the tech part of the business? Or do you have someone that's already able to go to market and is already doing market research and like acting like business? How far you give you an API, would you use it? So it's like things are moving. A lot of times, I think the challenge we all have is because of maybe Techpoint has done a good job and everybody's like, if I raise 50 million, 100 million, 10 million, 1 million, 50K. And we all think it starts and ends with money. No, it doesn't start and end with money. It starts and ends when you get your boots on the street. That's when it starts. Either you got money in your pocket or you don't have money in your pocket. You chose it. You chose the entrepreneurship. Or maybe Nigeria influenced it. But that was the decision you went with. So the thing is, as much as we are saying like, let's move the needle, we also must see like, you're getting boots on the ground, getting things done. Then they ask, it doesn't make sense. Apologies, what I was going to say was, 1 million naira does not make sense. Because, immediately step out of this room, 1 million naira is finished. So why will I sit here? Yeah. Why will I sit here and believe that the million naira about to be that now? No, you're about to talk to people. You're about to take Ubers to go to high fitness at Aja. Because when you leave there and go to high fitness, then 15K. How much is remaining? How would you pay your tech guy? How would you even get this to work? So it's like you are telling me to give you 1 million to put things in motion. I don't want to put things in motion. I want things to move from point A to point B. So if this is what he's talking to is thinking, when this guy is asking me for money, is he asking for money to give me tangibles at the end of the month? Or is he asking me money so he can use the money to go and find a person for money? Which is like Uber fare or just like everybody else together. Because the number of venture raising is, when I give you the money, whatever I do with the money is your business. What I'm just hoping is like you are an accountable person and you reach out to me in the next 2 months and like, oh, I have this problem, I've done this system or I have this problem, can you solve it? Do you have this connect from me? For this council, I'm excited like, okay, this guy is pushing, doors are not opening yet, let me put my mouth, let me put things in order. Another, you got structure. In venture, you raise your friends, you raise your family, they are called fools, because they don't even understand why they are giving you money, but it's like they like you, and they probably see like, you are really passionate about this thing, you're always in your room, and today you're talking to them about something you're trying to do in your life, and like, okay, let's give you money, let's see what you can do with it. If you lose the money, you probably not talk to you for a week, don't throw you on the streets, because they're your family. But if you raise money from a bank, as debt, if you don't have the bank's money in a year, first of all, the bank manager is calling you like, I'm going to lose my job. If I don't see you in my office next week to negotiate this, or to probably seize your collaterals. But with a venture capitalist, he's thinking about it, he's like, okay, this thing is not working. How can I pack the remaining thing that this guy has done and sell to another person? And just call it like a manager or something. You get me? So a lot of times it's like everybody's trying to mark it up somewhere, somehow. And then we'll go to number 4, too small markets. So the thing about it is like, it's crazy. So don't think about it, the money people raise from VC, it's not crazy. You just see that. It's like, where is this guy spending this money? And the guy just tries to conference to school, and the guy is doing team bonding, they're on the beach. Where's the work? Right? But VC wants to understand a lot of time when you talk to them and they want to see you say, I have great. I have like a crazy mindset. I can bully these guys with the market. I have got a strategy. This is my strategy. Think about it. It works. And all those stuff. Then they know. And you've got, you might not capture it. Because look at it, OPE is the #1 agency banking. And Timam's beside him is placing how much? Timam is number 2. Placing how much? You don't have OPE's number, but Timam is placing that much. And OPE is #1. Think about it. And there is still bank there. There is still first money. There is still access money. There is still, every bank has the money on the street. To tell you that the market is huge and everybody, you have a pie, it's payday. So the VCs want to understand that you are not just going to solve your friends, your guys' problems. No, you're solving a problem that can actually make us all go on holiday for life. Like I mentioned, this is not free money. It's capitalist money. It's markup money. You don't want to make more money. So a lot of times when you do your projections, or when you're building your beautiful deck, think about it. If this is a 50 million market, you are less likely to raise than if you are talking about $1 billion market. And the $1 billion market is not you just sitting out there and saying like, yes, projection of this market, look at Nigeria, people wear shoe. Shoe size of market is 4 billion. Who said it? Me. Talk about it. 200 million Nigerians. An average shoe is $15, and I times it. No, verifiable data. People crunch data daily. International organizations spend millions of dollars to get data for almost everything. Consumption, money spent, money remitted, money moved. Almost everything can be verified. So you should at least put in the effort and make sure that you are putting in a verifiable source when you're trying to project some numbers. And a lack of respect for competition. Bruh. So one day, I was lucky. I mean, they didn't invite me. I just tagged along. And Sheba Bade, the CEO of GT, was in the room, and there was one pitching us that day. I was very lucky. I was on the side. And then the one person just said, I'm like, Mr. Sheba, I mean, this was like a curated master class. And he was like, Mr. Sheba, people always complain that you guys are hawkish and GT steals ideas. And he said, I told them, and he said, like, I mean, they don't do it, but I told people might come to stop collecting ideas because the truth is, there is no new idea. See, bruh, I would like to be like second guest or like even short up to say like what I'm doing now is never been done. None. Agency banking is huge in Nigeria, but if you go to Latin, it's a craze there. Mobile money is huge in Kenya, but if you go to some other countries, it's also happening. So it's like there is really no business you are trying to do, even non-tech business that has not been done before. It's, are you researching enough to see viable ones that have been done? And then you said nobody does it in the way you do it. The question I was going to ask you is, have you ever sat down and researched why did you even try to do it that way? Because I don't know the reason, but there's definitely reasons why people have probably done it. Probably people sat down and thought about it and like, no, this is not the way to go. So again, you don't want to be seen as a VC to be like you are disrespectful to your competition. Because the truth is, all these guys need to do is figure it out and they kick you out. Sometimes they just need to sniff you coming. They don't even need to see you. You just need to sniff you coming. They will outrace you. They would out-employ, like they would out-hire employees. I mean, we've seen businesses just buy out, like, that's happened. We've seen big corporates just buy out like a business and just tell the team that they buy to just keep building products. They are in Apple. Almost 80% of the products Apple builds never come out. Even Google, the large corporates you see. Everything with the amount of like energy they have, they keep buying companies, they keep hiring. It's because a lot of things is going into R&D. And it's like, it's an amazing future. Not now, 2032. And then once somebody brings it back and I go more, guys, that thing. Yeah. So always, no matter how small competition is, always respect them. Financial vanity. So like this one, it's like you're thinking about maybe just output of numbers, or you are not like even clear on how you choose to spend money. That's why sometimes it looks like it's stupid, but like it's better for you to say this time I'm going to spend your money to hire people and pay salaries. But this I want to hire 1 million and you keep quiet. And the guy sits down like, if I write you 400K of that 1 million today, and you choose to buy a house or choose to go to Canada, what will I do? I can't sue you if I can't prove it's fraud. At the end, just because you never articulated how you choose to spend the person's money, the person is like, should I ask, or is it like the person is just being clever and then putting it? And so these are like some of the very pertinent reasons. I mean, business can be petty too. It's like, can you switch on a video? It's like, you don't need to see my face to listen to me. Like, but the truth is like, it's a money game. You want to be sure like, almost all things that can go right are going right, and almost all things that can go wrong are being identified. So you find like really smart people go to like very attractive MBAs and they go work for like growth funds. And I was talking to somebody someday and they told me like, I was complaining to a cheap one and I was like, I did 3 deals. Our first exposure into Egypt. We should be in Egypt now. I got this deal, you know this. Do you know like people work in companies in the US and in a year they only get to do 1 deal. Do you know what it takes for you to have an analyst sit down in a fund and then bring in 12 deals, take 4 deals to the IC, which is like a group of people that made the financial on the company, and they're like, amazing, but no, amazing, no. Okay, this one is good. Go and prepare this financial model on why we should even do this deal. And the guy is there. I mean, he's on probably 120 or 150K a year. But the truth is, his growth is taking companies through rigorous processes and making sure that the funds invest in those companies. So the truth is, he's going to talk to almost everybody. He's going to take further the businesses he believes ticks all the criteria that will make him get a yes. So everybody is trying to make sure they make the right decision. You're trying to make sure you get money. You're trying to make sure you're talking to the right people. The person that's listening to you is also trying to make sure that he's getting you as the right company to go and meet, because he's spending energy and man hours on you. So a lot of times we need to always like really get like due diligence in order. So as I'm due diligencing you, they're due diligencing me. So not identifying competence or not currently in a team, or having a clear plan on how to resource it, there's an overall lack of storytelling that leaves me like so many whys. It's like you have to be coherent. The truth about it is the PC can typically sit down on the second slide and just write down your notes, and then slide 16. And the first question they ask you is like slide 2, you mentioned. And immediately he asks you that question and you can't regurgitate that information, he feels you are bluffing. But the truth is, this is your business, this is your life. Like literally, this is your bag, this is your money, this is everything you do. This is like why you're hungry, this is like why you're happy. This is literally like your babe or not your babe. I mean, it can be number 1, it can be number 2, either ways. But like, when you're running a business, it's emotional for you. A lot of times, you begin to respect that venture capitalists when you're telling people no, but you're knowing like it's taking them gods and years of crazy work for them to even get to approach you and ask you for money. And it's like, do you know? Nobody takes that no. You're like, okay, another check. Next. Some people are like, am I running this business bad? Am I really not doing it well? So, like, we are all humans. It's emotional for some people, but some people. So, it's like it's business, man. When you don't get money, next. But, like, really, like, your storytelling does a lot for you. Short, straight to the point, coherent. And then, if you go see references of prototype, so I mean, nice work on the product roadmap, where you got like the archetypes on the Apple devices. Yeah, that's great. I mean, when I give you money and the slide is not the same thing, I'm guy, when I was doing you're pitching me, said it's like, but I mean, I won't kill you for it. I'll just be more like, hope you are not going north. Hope you are just, again, as the market is evolving, you're also doing your research and be like, don't put the header here, put the header here. Don't make the button blue, make it red. there are a lot of, product designers would know like a lot of reasons why people actually don't like engage. Colors, demographic, all those kind of stuff. So yeah, it's good to see prototype and MVP testing. I've got a bunch of 17 slides. We'll run through them in 10 minutes. But this is really, this is like the feedback of like, essentially. We'll run through the other slides in 10 minutes. So, speed up. Okay, due diligence. This is it. Auditing, thinking through, researching, understanding why it's working for both people. Essentially, I'm due diligencing you, talking to your customers, talking to your friends, talking to your first investor, asking who are you, do you talk, when I give money, do you run, all this kind of stuff. You just due diligencing like, okay, how do you take feedback? Are you like, I've taken your money, fuck you, sorry, or like, all this kind of stuff. What, like, and I'm sorry for the effort. Yeah, and then essentially all that, but this is what you need to know when you just know your worth, know your audience, know your maths, know your books. If your company has started making money, know your books. Know how much it is you are doing, how much you have to pay people, and know how much comes to you. The difference between GMV, TPV, gross revenue, take rates. All these numbers are big. When I ask you, it's like 1 billion. Yes, my numbers are 1 billion. When I ask you, like, how much gets to you? It's probably 50K. I'm more concerned about the 50K and the 1 billion, because 1 billion is like for everybody in the room. When you share, the last that comes to you as entertainment, 50K. So I'm working on you, like, how do you increase the 50K to 250K? So how do you cut this person off, cut this person off, cut this person off, cut this person off, and take the money? Cut the person off by building what they are offering you, or finding better ways to negotiate with them. So if this is going to ask you all these questions at the spin, because it's believing like you have been like reading your books, understanding your books, and knowing what it is. So as an entrepreneur, tech or no tech, know your numbers, know your books. If you run your books by paper, sad. There are a lot of businesses that are already helping you to automate your books. Look at it, get it. Always separate your company from you. Your names are different. Your company is your company, your name is your name. Don't use your company's money to buy makeup. Pay yourself and buy your makeup. Yeah. Yeah. Or Uber. Don't use your company to run your Uber. The account should be different. Because a lot of times you want to know, just want to discipline. It's basic. If you can't separate two entities, it just means that you would probably be a leech. Like, you would probably live your life on the company. It gets to a point where the company will take care of you. Like, a couple of CEOs in the country, and the company literally buys their flight tickets. Say some of them are taking business class, I don't know. Buy their flight tickets, give them a nice apartment, a nice salary. Some people take care of some of them's wives. It depends. It depends on how you run your business to that point. When the business is fine, you need to take care of them. But don't manipulate and don't punish the business at the early stage. So yeah, another one, I think we'll just leave that slide and move down to the next one. Dissect your business, understand your business, what problems you're solving, how you make money, financial projections, market validation, your team makeup, your corporate strategy. Then a lot of questions we ask is like, how do I know what I have? How do I know the worth of what I have? So we are on 2.0. You're on 2. Yeah. No. Okay. No, come down. No. Yeah. Okay. Evaluation. So, this chart. This one. I see. Two different emotions. This one is in the middle. He doesn't know. Where is thinking? Will I land here or will I land here? If he gets this one right, he probably land here. If he doesn't get it right, he will land here. So the balance sheet, your profit revenue, the condition of your company, valuation multiple. So there are lots of people that can help you with this. Some of them are like financial experts, financial guys. But the truth is, when you're just starting a business, see, your valuation, if it's a tech business, is averagely around 2 million. Is that ideation? Well, how you choose to raise money from people, give ownership out, most times influences your valuation moving forward. And how you now choose to manage your books, where over time the growth is being underlined. Like it shows like on August 1, I started this business, 0. December 1, this business is at 5. February, this business is at 20. Can you see the moving, like the way it's, and even if it comes down, even if you are making a loss, document it. Don't, oh God, people won't want to show the good thing. Even if it's not going well, write it down. Because a lot of times, this is an accumulation of the activities that have happened from the first day, and these are the days that you probably did not care, to the current days where a lot of things are looking at, people are looking to you like, this thing you have done, let me give you money and all that stuff. So, your balance sheet, your revenue, profit and margin, this one, like total value, maybe this one is doing on you, but this is you, and this is you. At the stage of your business, you should have this, at least, a balance sheet, P&L, profit and loss. A lot of time, because we deal with a lot of tech-based businesses, and because of how dollar is becoming, more flushed in the ecosystem. But now you have means like it's now people are like complaining like jobs are going, this year not giving money. If your balance sheet is right, it can attract your own type of investor. Even if people are saying things are not going well, if people understand that you're running your business ethically, you can be able to show how you're financially moving from point A to point B, properly documenting your business growth. When people talk to you, and after passing all those stages, when you get to the stage of doing due diligence, you understand the kind of person you are. You understand how prudent you can be. You understand the things you're spending money on. Everything is worth documentation. What is not written does not exist. Next slide. Ownership. So, on this one, for the very early stage of the business, this is more important. You want to, at the early stage of your business, own more of the business and give more of the business out to people. Do not make the aspiration turn into Jacob, turn into Esau, where because of quick 5K and I'll give you 20% of my business. No. Your business is worth more than 5K for 20%, no matter where your business is. Yes. Don't make the aspiration, and don't make, people always attribute a lot of things to I was not informed. But at the age we are in, with the level, with the density of information in our hands, people would fault you and pity you for mistakes you make. Because a lot of times, it's a random LinkedIn code emailing. Sorry, do you have any resources I can use to probably track this or this? I'm trying to close a deal. Do you have 5 minutes to probably advise me or talk through this? People might not give like any this about you, but like go online, go on Google, talk to people, and be ready to pay for services. If you believe somebody's going to offer you value, do not make the price one. Do not make the fact that you will pay pursue you, but make sure the value is equal. Make sure the money is equal to the value, which means that now you don't need something and associates to go and be your legal advisor. All you need is to understand a proper, there are boutique law firms that offer lots of these things and services in capsules. Please try to reach out to people. I mean, Techpoint have done some articles on it, on resources that you could use as an entrepreneur. Always look out for resources before you make decisions, because they are binding. the guy that gave 15% for 2.5, if you come and meet him and be like, guy, now the guy is going to tell you, I'm sorry, you literally you see people kill businesses because they refuse to renegotiate and take a lower ownership rate. Some of them will let the business die. It's you, like this thing is like it's a capitalist market, it's like what I want and what you want, basically, like, get me? So a lot of times, please, it's important. I mean, it's as important as the whole conversation. Manage, it's called a cap table. Manage your cap table appropriately at the early stage of your business. Sometimes it is the differential of your business is going to go the fast stretch, or it's going to die from before Series 8 if you're a tech business. And if you're not a tech business, the differential of your business is going to actually stay alive to pay its debt, or stay alive to pay its core levies or whatever. Because the truth is, you can't borrow money on a business that is not even capable of, first of all, paying the capital, talk of the interests, and the crazy interests. How will the business even survive to grow? It's important. So next slide, please. Sustainability is okay. Due diligence, yeah, all these things. Competitors, industry, expectations. Yeah, long and short-term risk. Always understand, yeah, your risk. Is Apple trying to expand into your market? Is GT Bank already floating your idea? Are you faster than them? Do you have more people that can execute better than them? Is there a regulation issue in that place you are trying to play? I mean, look at what happened with crypto companies. It didn't kill them, but it made them struggle. Some regulations won't kill you. They will just withdraw oxygen for some time. But the impact of you not having oxygen for like 2 months is fatal. So try to at least be more on the regulation side, the good side of the regulation and the bad side of the regulation. Next slide, please. Evaluation. No. Are we here? So yeah, there are a couple of formulas you can use, and the evaluation will always change. Your company value, there are different kind of methods. Like I mentioned, at this stage, a lot of times, when you really don't have something substantive, which is like you're not looking at the evaluation from what you need for your business or what your business is going to attract. A lot of times you look at evaluation from how much you are giving out for the amount of money you are getting in, and what can that money do for you. Like I mentioned, he said 1 million. Okay, fine, 1 million, I give you 10%. I give 1 million, I get 10%. And as you leave here, you pay 500k. And now you have 500k, and you're trying to get money from another person. So it's like, oh, okay. And you own 10% of your company, say yes. How much did I give? Say 1 million. I give 1 million, okay, move on. I give you 2 million. I won't take 20. I'll take 15. How many is that? 25%. For how much? For 3 million. Before you know what's left of the company. But if you're smart enough to be like 1 million only takes me to hire a designer, hire a researcher, and pay myself for 3 months. In 3 months, can this business give me 2 million for me to start paying these people? Or can it give me enough users or people that are paying for me to be able to do what? For me to be able to have enough numbers to go and give another person like, okay, I need 10 million for 3%. Do you understand? So a couple of times, some things are relative, like you can't really like hold it. But what you can do is you can begin to again think about it from like the angle of, if I take this money, what they call it wrong way, how many months does it give me, and what can I do with it before I come meet another person? And what am I giving away? From there, you can be able to like sit back. And bro, it is always a negotiation. There is nothing written in stone. We give you 50k for 10%. Of that, the 50,000 for you is for 6%. This is it. And then you guys go back and forth and you find the middle ground. But there is no golden rule except to icing. 125 for 7%. It's a golden rule. You saw it before you applied. Right. So then let's go to the next slide. How to evaluate, like I mentioned, book value. All these are a couple of like, because it's like the compilation of like from very early stage to like mature stage of the business. But like I mentioned, what I mentioned is a bit better, is a bit relatively it, and then using earnings and revenue, which is like how you are able to like make more money. The channels used to make money, and then you need to multiply that it gives you a relative thing. And what I tell people is, if you're trying to understand your valuation when your company makes money, when you're saying, I want 10 million, look at your revenue. How many multiples of your revenue is equal to 10 million? If it's more than something like 20, 25 per, is armed robbery. Do you understand? A lot of times you will get it. But what we need to understand is raising money is you are kicking the ball forward. For every money you play for people, you are kicking the ball forward. You have to chase that ball. The ball is not out of the field. The ball is in front of you. I mean, take the money, enjoy life, get great people, but you literally have to keep chasing the ball, which means that money you get from an external source is pressure. Anyhow you choose to look at it. Pressure on flexing or pressure on any way, it is pressure. So always think about like when I get money, what am I using money to do? And how does it make me closer to my goal where I will try to need money? If they give money, great. I mean, there are a couple of good businesses you can look at for that. Some of those businesses might be in attractive places where money keeps going, where like money goes into the system over time. But there are ways at which you can just, again, make your business strong based on you being a full-power person. So, next. Next. Okay, next. Let's talk about the space, if I really come up next. Stage. So yeah, a couple of decades. The same seed refers to the type of financing using the formation, which is like very early stage. Provided by private investors, equity. That's what a VC is. So a VC comes to take a slice of ownership in your business. We hold the slice of ownership in institutional, like as the business grows, the slice of ownership is worth something. That's why when company dies, it's because the slice of ownership, the big pie is dead. So whatever you own is useless. So you drop it. But if there's a company that has like a big pie, and the big pie is alive, and the big pie is already big, and you still own your pie, obviously the pie is alive, so what you have is worth something. So it's like 10% of zero. 10% of 1 million. Something. So literally, I'm more concerned as a VC that I'm owning a slice of a living object and a slice of a dead object. Companies are also living. Companies are literally living because they keep evolving, they keep, attracting good, bad, and they keep being in the picture where they influence a lot of things. They influence lives, they influence behaviors, they influence a couple of emotions too. So this like again, seed stage, pre-seed, seed, raising money from people. So this is the first stage, friends, family, acquaintances, and then the next one we go into becoming like you raise money from like a fund or eventual company. Next. So before I leave, I think I want to leave with this note on entrepreneurship that as brilliant as entrepreneurship is, if we would get a lot of things right, it's not just doing entrepreneurship, but it's doing things that scale, which is like doing entrepreneurship in a way that you are doing something that is going to outlive you. That's why I call it a living object. Great businesses, we don't probably have the facilities in this country to be able to make those conscious decisions. But we've seen one or two outliners that shows that if you run a business in the ethics of proper business administration, it also, as much as possible, lean on support, leveraging things around you. And truth is like taking bold steps. If Nigeria does not pay you to building out of Nigeria. If this person is not really like scaling your business, hiring somebody better, using money to do the right things. Entrepreneurship is hard. A lot of times I try to shy away from advice to entrepreneurs because it's sweet to see. Pretty hard. So everybody like really doing it, pushing it, yeah. I literally wish you all the very best. And thank you so much for coming out today.
Thank you, Ayo. So, we are running out of time. We have like 20 minutes to 7. So, we're going to pitch now. So, you just run through your slide very quickly and then review the feedback. Right?
Can we get the slides?
Alright, so Ayo should be pitching now and then you just give our feedback on our slide.
We all will give our feedback.
Okay, alright.
Okay, so good evening. My name is pharmacist Adeleke. I'm a pharmacist and founder of Pharmili. Pharmili is basically medicine, technology, and data. So over the years, one of the problems we face in the healthcare sector is drug abuse. And this is because the highest use of controlled medications like tramadol, retinol, codeine, are used for non-medical purposes, and it's based on the illegal purchases of controlled medications by unregistered medical stores. And this, even the licensed medical stores get constantly harassed by regulatory agencies on the supply chain of controlled medications, meaning the data. And this is because there is a lot of lack on adequate data for controlled medications. So our overall African pharmaceutical sector is worth over 80 billion, and the market size for controlled medication in Africa is worth over 8.2 billion. And also, our niche is on 50% of the serviceable available markets, which is 4.1 billion. So our solution, Pharmili, is a B2B marketplace for controlled medication and wholesale procurement of controlled medications. And also, we provide reliable data to regulatory agency on supply chain of controlled medication. So it's basically, we onboard only licensed wholesalers using an API which we use to check for their license and check if they are actually registered retail outlets and hospital pharmacy. Onboarding them, and then we help them get in touch with wholesalers to buy controlled medications. Our value proposition, so we are an integrative cloud-based ecosystem. We have a unique approach, that's the FLAP API, to exclude unlicensed medical stores. We are built to promote transparency and accountability, and we are first to market. We have the first to market advantage, and we also strengthen accurate and reliable data. Our unique selling proposition, we have multi-vendors, reliable data, FLAP integrated API, and also we are going to be integrating logistics. Our revenue model, for every transaction between the pharmaceutical wholesalers and the retail outlets or hospital pharmacy, we'll be getting a commission of 10%, and over the year we'll be doing a subscription model. Next slide. Our achievements, okay, we've been operating for 7 months. I've been able to do business registration, MVP, validation, team consolidation, and pre-launch MVP. Okay, so like this is a picture of our web app coming up, our MVP. Financial forecast, so we hope that we will be having 1,000 transactions daily, and we'll be having a commission of like $3 per transaction, which will come up to $3,000 US. And by the end of the month, we'll be able to have $90,000 US. And by the end of the year, we'll be able to have 1.8 million. Competitive analysis, we really don't have a direct competitors, But we have people like Drugstore, M-Pharma, Drugit, My Medicine. They do not based on controlled medications. They are not business to business, they are B2C. And they don't do license verification. And they are basically also distributive channels, but they do not, their niche is not on controlled medications. And they don't generate data for the regulatory agency. So our future plan, for the third quarter of 2022, we should be able to launch. We should be able to exchange platform consolidations of partnership by the first quarter of 2023. And we should be able to launch our mobile app by the fourth quarter of 2023. We should be scaling across sub-Saharan Africa by 2024. We should be scaling across Africa by 2025, and we should generate about $10 million by 2026. Our team, we are all pharmacists except Christian Wachuku. He has a sale record of controlled medications in the UK. And our financial allocations, we are asking for $125,000 for an equity of 8%. We'll be using 45% on sales and marketing. We'll be using 25% on web and mobile development. We'll be using 20% on general and administration. We'll be using 10% on registrations. These are our prototype, and thank you very much.
Alright, so don't worry, stay there. So can you just explain what you do and apply, because I don't know if I'm speaking for everyone, but I can't really say what you do.
Okay, so what we do, we are a B2B marketplace for controlled medication. So what they do is we onboard pharmaceutical wholesalers and then pharmaceutical retail outlets. So they shop in our platforms. So we have multi-vendors and multi-brands, like brands. So they shop all controlled medications on our platform, and then we give back regulatory agencies like NAFDAC, NDLA, the data on the supply chain of controlled medications in Africa.
How do you make money from?
Commission-based, and also we make money from NDLA and NAFDAC. We are partnering with them for,
Sorry,
yes, they
I
will
have a serious question.
they'll be paying for their
Let me
data.
follow this question. So, a follow-up question to that. I mean, it's clear how you make money, right? And at some point, I was about to ask if your market is in Nigeria, but your slide also showed that. So, your commission is 3%. You're charging
No, it's 10%, not 10%.
commission
Yes.
on each transaction.
Yes.
10%.
Yes.
How are they doing it now? How are they doing it now? So when you talked about your commission per transaction, did you say 10%?
I said 10%.
You said 10%.
10%.
Yes, I said 10%.
How much do you charge?
Per transaction, there are different drugs on the platform, so it's not just one drug. So we get 10% per transaction.
So can you take a slide back to where you had like dollar?
Okay, so I said, hoping that we have a $30 transaction, would make $3. So hoping we will have
$3
per
per
transaction.
So $3
Using
per transaction.
30% as the
$30
$30 as the benchmark.
There are different prices for different
Yeah.
transactions.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we are going to be taking questions now, and please just raise your hand if you want to talk or about you.
Okay, so hello and well done. So it's very interesting to see that you actually have a technical expertise in this area, pharmacist, so you understand this market. So, okay, I'm a pharmacist. Hello. So, I know we have an open drug market, and that's a very huge challenge. And I know that different retail outlets have access to different wholesale outlets. They have this information already. So I want to understand, what exactly are you offering them? Why would I want to shop from you when you're exposing my business to government regulatory agencies? So what exactly is there? What's that?
So we did a survey even at Idumota, which is an open market. And we realized that NDLA and NAFDAC constantly harass them on the supply chain of these controlled medications, because there's definitely an idea that this drug is being shipped into the country by NAFDAC and NDLA. So they constantly harass them on the supply chain. Where is this going to? Where is it not? They have invoices of people that buy from them, but they really don't have a verification to know if these people are actually licensed. They don't care. But with this, they always get harassed, and at the end of the day, they end up paying a lot to NDLA and NAFDAC just to sort this out. Do you get? So we realize they actually need us, and also even the retail pharmacies, they also need us too. Because I work for Alpha Pharmacy, and we know how many times NAFDAC comes to our office to ask on this, and you know we definitely just document prescriptions, and this is always a problem because by the time they decide to bring the one that came March last year and tell us bring this prescription, it's always an issue. So yes, we are solving the problems of the retail pharmacy and also the wholesale pharmacy.
Victor, you have a question?
Okay, you said the government agencies will pay.
Yes, they are paid for data.
So with how Nigeria is, and most of these guys that come harassing the pharmacists might just be looking for their own pocket money, right?
Yeah.
How do you think they want that transparency, right? That's on one side. And follow up to her question, how are they doing it now, right? I'm a wholesaler and I sell to a retailer. I don't ask him if he's registered to carry such product, right? It's on me to ask him, but I don't ask him because I want to sell my product. If I sell my product to him without asking him if there's a process where I'm supposed to...
Money, right?
Yes, I make more money, but I've also exposed myself, right? So in the industry, is there a process where the wholesaler is supposed to ask the retailer if they are able to carry such product? And if yes, how is it working now?
So the standard rules for controlled medication is that it's supposed to be documented. But these importers, like you said, I want to make money, let it just go. At the end of the day, they get harassed and they even pay heavily. You don't even know the day that NAFDAC is going to come, decide to face your own matter. And that's how it becomes disturbing to them. So that's why when we made a survey, we realized that they need this platform. That's one. Then secondly, you talked about, what was your first question?
The NAFDAC people, like
people.
why should they want to use that platform when they are making money for themselves individually?
It's not legal, and also it's legal for them to walk into any pharmacy to ask for this. Because there is no platform to help them solve this issue. They are supposed to be able to sit in their office and also be able to like track how this drug is being, the supply chain of this drug. But there is no platform like that yet. And that's why we are bringing it to them. People make money from harassing other people. Yes. But also, there are better ways to do this. If you could refer the person that comes to you and be like, go to this platform, you could see the supply chain of this drug, how it got to us. I feel like it's a better way for you to relieve yourself from the stress.
So once it gets to the pharmacy, does it end with the pharmacy? Is there the consumer? Because the consumer is the one taking this drug, and that's when I'm thinking about controlled medication, I'm thinking about the consumer as well.
Yeah.
Because he's the one that's going to abuse the drug. So where does you guys box stop?
So now the thing is, normally a registered pharmacy has a process on disbursing these drugs. They have prescriptions they are supposed to check. There are things they are supposed to check in these prescriptions before they could even give it out. But most times, this drug gets to people that illegally from unregistered pharmacies, outlets. It's not the registered people, trust me. Because they always have a process they are supposed to pass through. Before. Doctors always complain. Sometimes we get prescriptions and we have to call the doctor and be like, did you really say we should give this person one pack? Because realistically, we are not supposed to give one pack of, let me say, of some substance to someone. We are supposed to sell like a particular dosage. So a normal registered pharmacy outlet is supposed to pass through this process. So from that part is their business.
Right.
Yes, so my question is in line with what you just said about making sure that someone that is getting a particular type of drug presents the prescription that yes, I'm getting it's a doctor that is asking me to get this drug. So in the event that say we have a minister of health that is like supposed to be doing their work and he says okay yes, so pharma companies, their suppliers, to make sure that every pharmacist that are getting their drugs are registered. And on the end of the pharmacy, they should also make sure that all the drugs are being accounted for. That if I sell a particular drug to this man, I should have a receipt or a prescription for selling that drug to monitor that. So if a minister of health comes and bring that kind of policy or something, how does that affect your own business in the long run?
Okay, so that's why basically we are stopping at the supply chain, like how it gets to the pharmacy. Now, the problem is we tracking it to get to a pharmacy, a registered pharmacy. Now, from a registered pharmacy will definitely know the process, the procedures of prescriptions only. These drugs are called prescriptions only drugs, medication, so they don't give it out without prescription. The people those are chemists. You can't come up, those are chemists, and that's why I said we are eliminating unlicensed pharmacy on the supply chain of these controlled medications. Chemists are different.
Okay, so
and we don't even want them to have a hold of these drugs.
Basically,
and that's why
you guys will have,
sorry,
you guys will have a database of all the pharmacies.
Yes, we do. We use PCN API.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so yes, so I understand that the current ways that retail pharmacies actually shop is, now there are a lot of registered wholesale outlets that are very popular. Okay, I think I have two questions. Name new high capitalized, that these people are already established names, and retail outlets would normally go to them because they have, why would they want to sign up on your platform and pay 10% when they already have the population they are serving that know them, they know their names, that's one. And then secondly, now these retail outlets would usually go to them and buy on credit to pay after they have made sales based on certain agreements.
Yeah.
So how does your platform benefit? In fact, I think it doesn't benefit them since they have to pay on the spot. Or do you have provision for credit?
No, they are not paying on the spot.
Okay.
But at first, before you have to become our customer, regular customer, before we could be able to pay wholesalers for you. Okay. It's not something that we should just bring as, oh, this is the advantage. Do you get
what she's saying that could be a product idea. Maybe you guys consider the kind of
and
loan
based on limits and the rest, they actually don't have this data regulation stuff.
They are registered.
They are registered wholesalers. Do you get? But they really don't. They are not partnership with. They don't have any partnership with NAFDA and they are just registered. They don't provide.
That's the license being registered.
That's PCN. PCN is different from NAFDAC and NDLA. License is verifications that are based on Pharmaceutical Council of Nigeria.
Okay, but they still carry those drugs because I know that retail outlets go to them to buy.
Yes, I know they carry those drugs, but what we are doing is they get harassed actually.
Well, perhaps if they do
when they are transporting from Lagos to another state, NDLA always harass them.
So with your platforms,
always harass them. I have someone from Drugstock, the owner of Drugstock. We talk, and I know NDLA always harass them.
So what are they not doing right? And what are you going to do right?
So what we are doing right is, like I said, the data regulations, partnership with NAFDAC. Yeah, basically that's it. And we are based on the controlled medications. No other drugs, so we are known for controlled medications.
Adeola.
Alright, okay, so where I got things a little bit confused was in your problem statement, where you said that you control how drugs get from the wholesaler to licensed retailer. So my question is this. So I believe people that use your platform are supposed to be licensed, people that have the ability to sell these controlled drugs. So my question is, if people that use your platforms are verified, right, because they use your platform, how does it really solve NDLA's problem of getting people that are not licensed? I don't know if you get my question.
So we are not trying to help NDLA do their job, okay? But we are trying to stop the regulation, the supply chain from getting into unlicensed pharmacy outlets. We are not doing the job of NDLA. We cannot take their job from them. So what we do is we are just trying to stop it. There is going to be a niche for controlled medication and unlicensed.
I don't think you're stopping it. I think you're just helping people that already verified.
Yes.
Make their life easier by not
They are
getting
not harassed
harassed.
too often. Yes.
Actually, no, because we are trying to work. Like I said, we did a survey in Oloyede, which is one place that chemists, that's where they shop. Because they can actually not come to Alpha Pharmacy and say they want to buy 100 of these drugs and they will get it. And they cannot go to Name It or Drugstock and say they want to buy 100 of these drugs and they will get it. It's mostly these chemists go to, they transport themselves to Dumota and get these drugs. And we had a survey and we knew that they actually need this thing because they need to be stopped. It's just that they don't have any way. They can ask you, are you a pharmacist? And you yourself will say yes, and they don't have any way to identify it. And that's one problem they have.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I'm just trying to add it up to my head. Your primary customer is the wholesaler, right?
My primary customer is the regulatory agency. And also the pharmaceutical wholesalers. And also, it's basically pharmaceutical wholesalers and the regulatory agency.
Okay, so what I'm asking is because I want to know how you acquire customers. Who you are targeting when you do your marketing, right? And if it is NAFDAC or regulatory agencies, I don't know how that works.
Okay, so the marketing is based on the pharmaceutical wholesalers, importers, and the retail pharmacy or hospital pharmacy.
Okay. Is there any place in this journey that some form of trade financing would work? Why I say so is because for some people that provide platform for value chains, they try to target a primary customer, maybe the wholesaler, and provide some form of trade financing for them, and use that as a bait to get them on their platform. So is there any way this?
First of all, I remember you asked the question. So our 10% is not from the retail outlet. It's from the wholesalers.
That's the same thing I was saying. Why would a limit or a Menhide that already has the established customers and a brand name and visibility, why would they want to come to your platform?
So Nemit is a platform on its own.
That's what I'm
They are
saying.
like our competitors, not
So they are wholesale outlets.
They are also outlets, but most of them are already digitalized.
So who exactly are you targeting now?
Importers, wholesalers, those like people like the Dumota people like a small SMEs, basically.
Can I ask okay, so now you're targeting the Dumota. So we have a regulatory problem in Nigeria. Now that market is an open market. And these guys, over time, have found a way to sort themselves out with funds. You're trying to work with regulatory agencies to gain an upper hand where you give them this information and then they go track. I don't know. Is there like a promise somewhere that, okay, fine, you're going to give us all of the data we need, and then over time we're going to be able to use that to scrap this open market, because open market has been there for a long time, and in fact,
it's a problem.
It's a problem, and it is still, except they prioritize, it is still going to go on, and these guys in that market will keep having an upper hand. Now they are competing on price. Also, I don't know how you want to do that with your platform, because your platform has
so we don't have that's why it's a marketplace. We don't have a specific price for items. It's a marketplace. It's like Jumia. You can post something and say it's 2,000 naira. Another person can post something and say 5,000 naira. It's there for the retail pharmacy to choose from where they want to buy from. And these wholesalers are actually licensed to all these drugs. The verification is not just based on the retail outlets, but it's also based on the wholesalers too.
So you're integrating the people in the open market into your platform?
If they are registered, if they are actually pharmacists, if they are actually licensed to, because there's a license for importation of drugs. It's very different from you being a pharmacist.
So can't they get that alone without coming on board your platform? I mean, these people are pharmacists and
If they would have been able to get that, they would have done it since. Trust me, it's
Sorry.
government. They've not been able to do it.
Sorry. So what you're saying is the proper guys, like the platform she mentioned, where you're saying they are already platform, those ones have their acts together and they don't need this product.
So what they do,
right? The people who
what
then
they do is actually different.
Okay.
What they do is they are a wholesale procurement platform.
That's what I'm saying. Can
You
someone
get
who doesn't
different drugs.
Can someone who doesn't have a license for those kind of drugs buy from them? Will they know that the person doesn't have the license for that to carry such drugs?
I really don't know their policy.
Because what you just said is,
that,
if I go to Idumota and I do not have the license, there's a high
they
possibility I will buy it.
You buy it.
They don't care.
So
They don't care.
I get that.
Sometimes some people might even ask, "Are you a pharmacist?" Just say yes.
That's
You
what I'm
buy
saying.
it.
So if the Idumota guy, because probably we all don't know how to pass the message, right? If the Idumota guy, if the guy that has his act together can spot the person that does not have a license, right? He's not your market. Then the person who is your market is the person who does not have data enough to say this guy is licensed, that guy is not licensed, this guy is licensed. Is that what you're saying?
I don't understand.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Okay. So there is wholesaler A, wholesaler B. Wholesaler A is able to say, when this person comes to me, I have somewhere I can check to know if this person is licensed to carry that drug. That means that person does not need you, does not need your platform, because he already knows who is licensed and not. He can confirm. The person that now needs you is the person that cannot confirm, that does not have data anywhere to confirm if this guy is real and this guy is fake.
Okay, so how can they confirm?
That's the question I'm asking you. So nobody can confirm right now.
So you're saying there's no platform
There's no
that is doing that.
except if they go through PCN. That is them leaving their office, going to PCN or carrying a book. PCN has a book data for licensed outlets and pharmacists.
Oh, okay.
So my name is on that book. Our name will be on that book. So it's basically for retail outlets, wholesalers, and all that.
To know who is licensed.
Yes, except they will go through that book and just report them.
So you are now bringing that book online.
Yes.
For me to now say, this guy wants to buy from me, let me check
Yes.
if he's
Okay,
licensed
so
or
the
not.
thing is, first of all, on my platform, only licensed people, like licensed outlets
That will be there.
So you don't even need to, we are the one doing the work of checking it. So we are doing the verification ourselves. So you don't even need to start searching if this person is licensed or not. For the person to be on my platform, it means the person is licensed.
You are going there because you're going there, you find licensed people there.
So the question still remains, me being there as a licensed pharmacy, right? What benefit does it confer on me?
It makes you shop or take.
Sorry.
In Onitsha, let me use, sorry to mention the state, but in Onitsha, there are lots of people that produce drugs. And yeah, they do it. And they supply to even different places. And those people buy. They buy thinking it's an authentic drugs, but they don't. There's no way they can verify. There is a digital device that helps check if a drug is, yes, but it's not everywhere at the moment.
Okay,
so it's.
But even those drugs that those Onitsha guys, you also see those scans to see if this drug is, and people don't even scan.
They do it. It's not that scanning that people talking about. There's a device that you put that tablet in, and then you should tell you the content.
We live in a country where minors cancel minors. Like corruption will cancel corruption. If I'm earning money from negative source and you come to me and say, okay, I want you to stop that stuff, you have to give me an alternative to make money from the NDA part where you say they're going to pay you. I don't understand how they're going to pay you when you are actually like cancelling their stuff from behind.
Though we know that corruption is a key thing in Nigeria, we are not based on only Nigeria. That's one. Number two,
we are going to steal from
number
Nigeria.
two, it's not because corruption is a big deal that will make us cancel the fact that legalization is actually a big deal. So these people are going to be our partners.
You said something. You said you've made a survey, right?
Yes, we've done a survey.
And there are people that maneuver that surveys. There are people that I will actually call them. I will actually call them pharmacists. They are drug dealers. They will come behind and pay you. You pass them, right? And how will you actually go to those people and get them to do your stuff?
So we did groundwork. We did do digital.
You answered my own question. To whose benefit is it to be on the platform? Is it to me or to the government who you sell data to, or to some Facebook that will buy the data?
Okay,
to whose benefit
to you the wholesaler, right?
Okay, how?
To you the wholesaler, because you won't get harassed by this NAFDAC and NDLA. You won't get harassed because you can always refer back to the platform that, okay, this transaction took place on this app and we are the ones to face them, not you. Most times they get harassed. Sometimes they would see the invoice that you made this sale to this person, but they would still want to make you know that this person is not registered. You even start feeling like a fool because you might have actually checked, but because it's paper, anybody can just write any name on paper, on invoice.
Okay, so beyond regularization, what else is there in the offering for?
So I said brand options. So retail outlets would get to see different brands of a particular drug on our platform, and would have the opportunity to choose what brand and what price they want to get. The marketplace, as I said.
Okay, so thank you so much, Adeola.
I think people should really give recommendations. People have been asking questions since. Maybe recommendations will also help.
So we don't really have time for recommendations. If you have recommendations here, reach out after and give her the recommendations. We don't really need to hear it. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming here. This has been a very interesting session. And I hope you all got value. There's still a lot more value coming. There's item 7. So yeah, thank you so much for coming. Let's do this again next
We just and there is no way somebody is actually wanting straight in their head. Before we move on with whereby one